Welcome to our 5 on 5. Pleased to be joined today by the new Medford School District Superintendent, Dr. Bret Champion. Good to see you, sir. Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having me, Craig.
It's my pleasure. So you've spent much of, if not all of your career in Texas and the South. What excited you most about this opportunity in Medford?
Yeah, it was an interesting spot. I tell folks that I have landed in a state I had never visited before, in a town I'd never heard of before. But I tell you, once I started investigating Southern Oregon and the opportunities that we offer for students in this area, it's a terrific place to raise a family, to have kids, and for opportunities for kids and their parents. We have just such a rich places for people to go and to grow up, and then with a lot of the work that we're doing as a school district, that is just continuing to get better and better. So very excited to be here and excited to be launching this phase of my career.
So as we were researching you and your name was floated and when you were being selected, we realized that Klein, your school district outside of Houston, your prior job, was a larger school district with a larger salary in a state with no income tax.
That's true.
Forgive me, coming to Oregon, it's a different scenario here. So
sure.
It's certainly not about the money in your case.
Well, Klein is a wonderful school district doing incredible things for kids. And at this phase in my life, we had a kid who was in Colorado at the time, and so just was curious and kind of did some research on some possible jobs. And one thing led to another, and this job just kind of was there, and was very intrigued with the opportunity that the job provides. And so came to check it out to make sure that the board of directors and I got along well, that there were some good things that we're able to be moving forward with, and it just seemed like a very good fit. Ironically, our older son moved from the Denver area back to Austin just about a couple of weeks ago, and so there you go.
You never know.
You never know.
That's
right.
They're beginning their careers,
exactly.
You said. So yeah, a lot of things are changing.
Exactly.
So we're barely a week into the new school year, but you're a couple months into the job.
That's right.
What's been the biggest surprise for you thus far?
Very little surprise, actually, which is a huge thumbs up to everyone for just the transparency of this process and learning what's going on in the district. I learned a lot from when I came and visited with people, and it's really just a matter of deepening where we currently are. One of the things that has been an interesting timing-wise thing is the passage of the Student Success Act.
Sure.
And figuring out, our task now is to figure out how exactly that works and how that's going to fit into the Medford system, what kind of community input we're going to get, because we're going to be getting a lot of community input around it, and what next steps are going to look like. And so trying to connect those dots simultaneously with, I'm entering into the district, as you pointed out. I'm 2 months in, and what I've been focused on is my entry plan, which is really guided by, again, the board of directors and getting to know them well as having a great first day of school, which we did. It was a great first day. Our kindergartners are back today, so we're all back now. We're very excited. And then it's really a matter of looking at where can we be more effective and efficient in that order, and making sure that we work collectively together to make this strong district even stronger. And so no surprises really, Craig. It's really about kind of figuring out next steps and working with a lot of people, the board and our existing staff who's doing such great work, and with our community and our parents and our students to say what's next for the Medford School District.
Okay, very good. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Much more in just a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. Again, we're here with Dr. Bret Champion, the Medford School Superintendent. We're talking about kind of your entry plan, if you will, the last couple months into the job. But there's a lot of things going on at the school district right now. What are you most excited about?
Yeah, there are a lot of great things that are happening around our Pathways program, some new technology, as well as just some general opportunities for kids. So around our Pathways, that has been a real strength for this school district whenever I walked in, and that continues to be so. This year, for example, we're opening a new medical pathway for kids in conjunction with Providence Hospital, where it's actually going to be like a medical experience. So it's kind of a pre-med pathway. So we're excited about that. We're excited about our engineering pathways and other opportunities for students as we look to make sure that when our students leave our system, that they have every option open to them and what that looks like. So that's continuing. And then this year we also have, for the first time, what we call a one-to-one rollout, where all of our freshman students will get a Chromebook. And then it's a matter of using that Chromebook then it takes the place of so many things. Instead of lugging a giant backpack home, the opportunity for that to be, that Chromebook to be kind of taking the place of all that other stuff, and an opportunity then to learn how do we leverage the power of our current technology to make our students fully ready to engage in life when they leave our system. And so this will help us navigate those waters. So we're very excited about that, as well as we continue to explore social emotional learning for our students. And so one of the things that we heard very clearly from the community over the last several months was, how are we addressing the emotional and mental health needs of our students? And so we had a forum in the spring. We've got a lot of input from the community, and we're going to be rolling out some additional information for our parents, for everyone to see actually by the end of this semester, on a website that will include a lot of information about what can be done at home. Meanwhile, at the schools, we're continuing to build strong relationships with students and ensuring that our students build strong relationships with each other, and then working to work through all the social emotional learning that can happen for all of our students.
You referenced the bullying forum, and how do you, as an educator coming into a new state, into a new district, there's many things you have to tackle.
Sure.
How do you approach making changes, or how do you approach something as difficult as those topics? Yeah,
well, the important thing is recognizing that we have the ability as a community to solve these problems. And the way that we do that is with our united and collective voice. And so, for example, the bullying forum that occurred, we have taken all that information and are literally parsing through, figuring out how each of those pieces fit together, how we can ensure we have a high quality system for students based on this feedback that we received from the community. And really, any change in our school system needs to be handled in a similar way, which is we ask the question. You'll be seeing a lot of information about the Student Success Act, for example,
sure,
and saying, hey, community, what is it that we as a Medford School District needs to be doing differently? What does education need to look like as we move forward? What are some opportunities for us as a school system? And then based on that information, we bring it all together and decide together what our next steps are going to be.
Understood. Good to see you.
Hey, thank you so much, Craig. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
All right.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.